Understanding tide gauge in English. Hello dear viewers. Today, we are diving deep into the phrase, tide gauge. If you've ever been curious about the ocean, tides, or scientific instruments, you're in for a treat. Let's explore what it means together. 1.1 Tide. The word, tide, refers to the daily rise and fall of sea levels. Tides are caused by the gravitational forces of the moon and the sun. If you've ever been to the beach, you might have noticed how sometimes the water is closer to the shore and sometimes it's farther away. That's the tide at work. 1.2 Gauge. Gauge is a tool or instrument used to measure something. In many contexts, a gauge could measure pressure, thickness, or any other property. It's like a yardstick, but for different kinds of measurements. Now that we've understood the individual words, let's combine them. A tide gauge is an instrument or device used to measure the rise and fall of sea levels, or in simpler terms, to measure tides. Scientists and researchers use tide gauges to gather data about sea levels, which can be crucial for understanding things like climate change, coastal management, and navigation. Knowing about tide gauges isn't just for scientists. If you live in a coastal area, tide information can be vital. It can inform fishing activities. Knowing the tide can help fishers decide the best time to fish. Marine safety. For boats and ships, understanding tides is essential for safe navigation. Environmental research. Studying tides can help researchers understand the health of marine ecosystems and predict the effects of climate change. And that wraps up our exploration of the term, tide gauge. I hope this video shed some light on this interesting phrase. Remember, English is filled with fascinating terms, and each one has a story to tell. Thanks for watching, and keep up your enthusiasm for learning.